Yeah, it's great they're both recording. So we might as well say something.
What the fuck is up? And I've already sworn to the first 30 seconds. We're off to a great start.
Hello, Internet. We're back.
It's the Wolves Don't Sleep podcast, but this time we're in the same room as each other.
It's been 3 years since we officially started doing this.
Welcome to season 3. It's quite impressive that a podcast has got to season 3 when it's got less than 10 episodes consecutive over 3 seasons.
It's a tiny bit like a British sitcom, that.
Well, I mean, sometimes the shorter running ones are normally the best, because like Mr. Bean only had like 2 seasons, you know?
That's true. The Office UK.
I don't really think it was that good.
The Office US is better.
I mean, I think Ricky Gervais is a bit of a prick.
I'll say that.
Really.
I'm pretty sure I've said that on the podcast before.
We may have
The
done.
Office US is better.
Yeah, I mean, why are we talking about American sitcoms and British sitcoms when we're supposed to be doing a podcast about the band?
Yeah, all right. Well, it doesn't. It's loosely about the band now. That's what's changed.
It was barely about the band to begin with.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what is up? I suppose we should give you a little bit of recap of where we've been, where the podcast has been, what we've been doing, and why we're back. So, obviously, we started the podcast during COVID. Does everyone remember COVID?
Yay.
I don't, because I drank all the way through it.
Yeah, we know. Glad you made it, though.
So, mate, I'm glad you made it too. And I'm glad everyone listening made it, because I love you all. So, we are back. Wolves Don't Sleep as a band still exists, sadly.
There's been a couple changes.
There's been a couple of changes. More will be revealed soon. At some point, when we can be asked. Suck it. I don't mean that. I'm very excited about what's about to happen, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you all. But yeah, so what have we done? Obviously, pandemic stopped, so we were allowed outside. So we did a couple of shows and a mini tour, which was fun. We'll probably touch on those stories at some point. And now we've got a new EP coming out, and a new video, and new artwork, and a new logo, and all that good stuff, because we refuse to stop.
Yeah.
So yeah, for those of you who aren't familiar with who we are, and you're already not sick of my beautiful voice.
First of all, I'm glad you found us. Why are you listening?
If you somehow made it this far and decided to carry on, GG.
Yeah, well done.
I am Stevie B. I'm the vocalist for English metalcore band Wolves Don't Sleep.
And I'm Alex, and I am also in Wolves Don't Sleep. But you don't know that yet.
Yeah, Alex. He plays the laptop.
Yeah.
Very, very important for modern metalcore bands.
It is.
Right. So we are going to muddle through this very, very, very aggressive reboot of this podcast. So what we used to do was kind of start off with just like a little bit of a news section. It's going to be a bit fast and loose, but it's basically us going to be chatting about random stuff that we've seen in like the metal scene or just in general on the internet, and we're going to just have a chat.
Who knows? And I might throw some random stuff in there.
Yeah, because
we might have future episodes. We might even have like themes and games and
special guests,
whatever. Who knows?
So
Probably point out. I mean, we're going to try and make it more than 3 episodes this season, because that seems to be our limit. Plus a Christmas special that we did one time.
It is currently the end of November, which means we have enough time for 2 more episodes and a Christmas special, and then we'll start next year with season 4. That sound good?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Sound.
Should we get Adam Clayboy Clark back in for the Christmas special for the 3rd time?
It will all be revealed soon.
Right. Okay.
Right. Shall we start the podcast then, mate?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, so we are back and we love breakdowns. So speaking of breakdowns, Slipknot.
Yeah. They're having a bit of a meltdown, aren't they?
I don't think they is the collective term to use, since Slipknot is a legal entity. Please don't sue us, for the love of God.
I don't think we're big enough to sue.
You never
We're
know.
also not in America.
You never know.
True.
They've got money.
They do have money.
You know what we don't have?
Money.
Exactly.
Or lawyers.
Or lawyers.
Actually, boss man.
Nah, not really legal.
Not legally a lawyer.
I think threatening to put the prosecutor through the table isn't a
With the people's elbow.
yeah, with the people's elbow is not a substantial legal defense.
All right.
But yeah, so those of you are somehow living under a rock and are finding out through this podcast why. Jay Weinberg got fired, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, as of recording, it is a bit old news at this point, but because we haven't been doing a podcast in a long time, this is the first we're able to talk about it.
Well, I mean, we did chat about it the other day, then just went, we should probably restart the podcast, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
This is probably what we've been talking about for a while, and then we just went, should we actually just like sit down in a room and actually do it? So now we're here
In a room.
talking
it.
about Jay Weinberg.
Yeah, so Slipknot fired their really good drummer of 10 years, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Online speculation is that obviously Jay was hired after Joey was kicked out.
Yep.
And then obviously Joey sadly died a couple of
Yep.
years ago, which sucks because his entire style was very important for metal as a whole and obviously Slipknot sound.
Yep.
Especially, please listen to Iowa because that is one of the best metal records ever created. And obviously Jay's been in the band one hell of a long time.
I keep forgetting how long he had been in the band for.
Same because it
He
also...
did, like, he recorded on Grey Chapter,
Yeah.
which was their fifth album. Well, yeah, that it was just after he joined the band,
Yeah, I mean...
and that was like when it was Grey Chapter released.
Oh my God, I want to say like 2012 because that's when they headlined Sonosphere. Do you remember Sonosphere?
Sadly, I remember the name. I never went. But
It was at Nebworth. It was like supposed to be
Yeah.
the contender for Download. I went when it was the Big Four and Slipknot.
oh no, I do remember that headline being announced.
Yeah, and Limp Bizkit were there.
Yeah.
It was sick. But yeah, so that was then. So that's a long time ago.
Should we have a look? I'm gonna have a look when the Grey Chapter was released.
Yeah, Jamie, pull that up. That's what Rogan says, and Rogan's a really
Oh,
cool
is it?
podcaster.
We don't have a Jamie.
We can get one.
Connor.
Nah.
All right, no, we don't need one for now.
We don't need one.
He's probably got his headphones on.
Oh my God, I think he heard us. I can hear
He
movement.
may well have heard us. Connor is in the building somewhere as well.
Connor
he
is
can be
here.
our silent man in on the inside.
There's never a silent man. With
the man
us.
the man in the chair.
The man in the chair, like the grey man. Or the man at the top of the stairs.
Hi, Connor.
Hi, Connor. But yeah, so
2014.
2014, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because I remember seeing him at Downloads in 13, and
Yeah, I think I was there.
Did they have Jay?
I have no idea. They had someone.
No, I think they had Joey in 2013.
Yeah, it might have been Joey. I don't remember. Okay, my memory's pretty hazy.
Either way, Jay mentioned it was last 10 years.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
probably-
okay, so-
it's probably close to being accurate.
Anyone who uses us two idiots as a factual source that's on you.
No, that should have been like lesson number one.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard the other ones, go back and to listen to the other ones, and you'll form fairly quick opinions that these guys just chat shit.
Yeah, we have to talk about ourselves in the third person, apparently. That's what we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. All right, sound. But yeah, so obviously Jay's been fired, and the speculation is that obviously he's been in the band for like a horrendously long time. And essentially he probably went to Clown and Corey and went, yo guys, you know how I've been on like records and I've been on
Yeah.
tours forever? Can I have an actual bigger stake in the giant financial beast that is Slipknot?
Or even like a stake at all.
Yeah.
It may have been similar to, you remember the situation with the bassist of Parkway Drive?
Oh, yeah.
How he was essentially a paid hand for 18 years.
Yeah, he was essentially just like a session.
And then they finally, like last year or something, like finally went, you know what, yeah, we want you to have like a percentage of the band.
Yeah, which
But
is
we'll all
rough.
take a cut, and you can have a proper percentage instead.
Yeah, which obviously that's only fair. If you've been in the band for that long, like you should be entitled to more than just getting paid to turn up and play.
Yeah, but the words from Slipknot were that Jay was, he was a good part of the band, and he no one could replace Joey, but he gave it his best shot, and he was the best person to give it that shot, and he contributed on. The words were he contributed on writing for the Grey Chapter and for No, maybe not Grey Chapter, but
Everyone after that, like whatever the albums are called, because I actually
whatever. Is it 2 albums after that?
2 or 3.
So yeah.
I mean, that shows exactly how much I pay attention to Slipknot.
To be honest, like I really like Slipknot, but it's kind of like the first 4 albums for me.
Yeah, that's the general.
Like the pre All Hope Is Gone, basically.
Yeah, like I'm not saying those are bad albums and they've got some bangers on it, but they don't spring to mind.
Yeah.
Soz, don't sue me. I'm allowed an opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty wanking it. It's basically like they've gone, cool, so you want more money and a stake in the band, you're fired.
Yeah.
And obviously, Clown and Corey run the show. And the rest of the guys are kind of there.
Well, yeah. So there's not. So Craig dropped out, or
Allegedly.
mysteriously
Just went.
was just not there anymore.
Well, yeah, because it's like when Jay got fired and when Craig left, and so they basically just went, put up a social media post and then delete it.
They did the same thing. Yeah, they did the same. And then when Craig was not there anymore, they then subsequently, like, was it a day later, put up like this random photo of a mask that nobody's ever seen.
It's definitely one of the roadies. It's just some bloke. Like, it
That
doesn't
might
matter.
be, yeah.
It was like when they fired Chris Fenn and it was all over the news about like money and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
And we've not heard anything. I reckon he got paid off.
Yeah.
Like, that's all any of this is.
It's Roadrunner, isn't it? Like Roadrunner are just
Yeah, Slipknot are still on Roadrunner.
Yes.
I think they're the only band making Roadrunner money
Yeah.
because Roadrunner's current roster is not good.
Should we have a look?
We've done this before. It is
I'm
like
sure we
it is
have.
no one.
It's like Slit, but the thing I've noticed this recently. Like most labels will have like their big 1 or 2, and then they'll have a bunch of smaller ones.
Yeah, I mean, Sumerian are only being kept afloat at the moment by Bad Omens,
Yeah,
who are somehow massive.
because everyone keeps leaving Sumerian Records.
Sumerian are terrible.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of stuff, allegedly, about the guy who runs Sumerian. I'm not going to repeat any of it.
What the Ash Alvidson? Or
I don't know
whatever
what his name
yeah.
is. For legal reasons, we don't know.
We don't know his name. I
also-
think that's his name.
I
'cause
genuinely don't have a clue.
I watched that that competition that they did, like with Alice Cooper as a judge. And,
Oh, the Hot Topic version of the X Factor.
yes, pretty much.
I mean, to be fair, that did look pretty joke, and we actually looked at signing up for it, didn't we?
We did, yeah, but then we realized we had to pay our way into America.
Yeah, which is no bueno.
Yeah, even like, and that's even if we got picked, and then we would have to like pay for all of our accommodation. If we lived in LA, fair.
Right. Okay. Get this as a concept, right? Metal bands, alternative bands, were not exactly known for making money until you start getting to like big boy level, like Iceland Kills, Spirit Box, Bad Omens, like we mentioned, like like proper popping off level, yeah. And so they go, all right, we got this idea for like a competition. Do you want to get signed and get loads of stuff? Woo woo woo! And it's like, cool. We're only doing this in LA, and you've got to come and do everything yourselves, and load in, and and not even have a sound check, and then perform a song in front of celebrity judges, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, but the fact that you've got to do absolutely everything, and then get absolutely F all out of it, essentially. Like I know that's the whole point of being in a band is like grind until you get to where you need to be, but it's just a bit naff, isn't it?
Well, so the prize was. It wasn't like, don't get me wrong, it would still be good to have this, but I feel like from a record label like Sumerian, the prize was essentially a 3-album contract with them.
Which is probably a similar equivalent to getting diddled with no lube.
Yes. Again, we don't know anything about what Sumerian are like, but we do know of a lot of bands.
We know a lot about the recording industry.
that have left Sumerian Records, let's say.
Left every label near enough. I mean, there's not many labels out there that are actively grabbing bands apart from like the ones that we can assume aren't terrible, like Sharp Tone, UNFD,
Yeah, I was about to say,
and
yeah,
stuff.
unified, like pure noise.
Yeah, like
Nuclear Blast, actually.
Nuclear
They've
Blast.
been making waves.
Oh, who's got who Epitaph? 'Cause yeah.
Epitaph.
Yeah, they seem pretty sound. Because when the Ghost Inside got into their accident, they were like, all money just goes straight to the
Well,
Ghost Inside. Which is like,
architects are on Epitaph, aren't they?
There you
Or
go.
at least recently.
I don't know.
And Bring Me the Horizon have been on Epitaph
Yeah.
as well.
Anyway, let's move off of that discourse because we're just going to sit like fucking wanking over record labels that will never pay attention to us.
No, that's true. But please do.
But please do, please. The new album, the new EP is not wank, I promise. It's got things that the kids like people going bleh and breakdowns. That's what everyone likes still, yeah? Sound.
Yeah, according to our 30-year-old brains. That's what this is. We are down with the kids here, Stephen.
I don't know, metalcore's not changed. Metalcore will never change. We just added stupider things to it.
Yeah, that's true. And stupider noises.
Stupider noises. What else has been in the news? Well, have you seen anything? Because I've got something ready to go that
Not really.
I
Like,
literally just saw on
Jay
Facebook.
left Slipknot, and then nothing happened.
Yeah, that was it. Jay left Slipknot, and nothing else has happened in the metal scene. I swear there was something else stupid that I wanted to say that I saw. But yeah, so this is
I do have a couple of ideas though. I was going to try out a new get to know you question on you.
I mean,
To add to our what's your favourite shape of pasta?
you know what? Let me just cover this one very quickly because I can cover it in
go on.
like 30 seconds. Downloaded have announced an official apology that they fucked up Download this year.
Oh, really?
For those of you who went to Download.
After 2023, I thought they were going to just issue an apology for the lineup that they released.
That was it. That was it. Ooh. Yeah. So after the absolute shenanigans that was Download this year, if you weren't aware, good. I was there. I didn't get stuck in traffic.
I was not, but I was affected by the traffic, and I work the other side of Derby.
Yeah. I didn't get hit by the traffic because I left my house at 6:00 in the morning because I knew it was going to be wank. But yeah, so Download was a shambles, and Live Nation have issued an apology, but it's exactly the same as, you know, that bit from South Park where the oil company's like, we're sorry we destroyed the environment.
Yeah. It's like a press apology.
Yeah, because essentially, but they've already put like the Download tickets up for next year. It's like, we're sorry, but come and see Fall Out Boy.
I mean, props to get a Fall Out Boy because they are a big band.
I saw Fall Out Boy the other week. They were pretty cool.
But
It's not Download headliner, man. Like but also at the same time, I don't care.
no, fair enough.
The only bands on that lineup I actually give a shit about are like Brand of Sacrifice.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, right. We have rambled over two absolute dreadful news topics. Alex, you've got to get to know us question. Let's pop it.
Well, so alongside the what flavor crisps you put in a sandwich, and which crisps you put in a sandwich,
And favourite shape of pasta,
and your favorite shape of pasta,
because we're goddamn adults here.
and sometimes professional questions like what's your favorite color
Yeah,
and what's your name,
and the Dulux colour chart.
and the Dulux. Yeah, your favorite shade of Dulux paint
Absolute solid questions.
is if you were a superstar wrestler.
If I was a wrestler,
Yeah, doesn't matter. A, what would your name be? And B, which any band you want is going to do you a theme track. Who is it?
well,
Or any artist. Let's not
just any artist,
any artist you want.
alive or dead,
Any.
any at all.
You bring them back in weird and wonderful ways.
In some way, I mean, didn't the Beatles just drop a new song with like with a half the band being dead?
I can't remember.
Did you
but-
not see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Bro, like
I keep
literally,
away from the internet.
The Beatles dropped a new song with half the band being AI.
That doesn't surprise me.
I haven't listened to it. I just saw.
If you were gonna pick any artist from the last 100 years, right, to do a revival of using new AI techniques, would it not be the Beatles?
You could just not bother.
Either that or Michael Jackson.
Just not bother. Why do we?
Because money, Stephen.
Yeah, but why do we have to keep rehashing old ideas and things that have already happened? Like,
Have you seen anything on Disney recently?
oof! Please don't sue us, Mr. Mouse. Please, please. I'll be
They're
good.
going for a phase of rehashing every old idea in the book, aren't they?
Yeah, unfortunately, nostalgia sells. It is a bit of a shame. Right, because I'm vain, my name would just be Stevie B. It would just be my own name.
Fair enough. Like,
Why do I need
yeah.
I don't need a phantasmal stage name.
There are plenty of wrestlers with just their own name or a fairly normal name.
The first one that comes to mind is Rhea Ripley, but that's because I'm really horny.
I know who that is.
You know who that is.
That's enough to say.
Yeah.
I know who that is.
Yeah.
I'll just send it there.
We should probably end there. Just edit that bit out. That was really bad.
I'm leaving it in. I'm leaving it in.
And what would my walk on be? Who would make my walk on?
Because there's some wrestlers that just will use like a version of a tune.
Yeah.
So, who is it that used what's his face's band?
You mean like Code Orange or Motionless? They've both done ones.
But Corridor is Emotionless, yeah. What's his name? Completely forgot. Carry on.
Not Loose.
Not Loose. Is that your choice?
Come on.
Not Loose would be cool.
If I'm coming out, I'm obviously going to end up being a heel because I'm a dickhead.
Everybody hates you. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a dickhead. And if there's going to be any band that can have the soundtrack of putting someone through a table,
that's true. Not Loose would be a good one.
Because I've literally witnessed it. Did I not tell you the other week when I was in the pit?
Yeah, because we know a wrestler.
No. Okay, this is what happened. I was out having a couple of little bevs.
Right. Oh no, you didn't tell me this.
Yeah. So I was out for my mate's birthday a couple of weeks ago in Pit and Pendulum in Notts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a DJ on. I know the dude, pretty cool, whatever. But he was actually playing like something solid for alternative stuff, which makes a change. Like, I didn't hear Duality once. Can you imagine that? Way.
I remember all those nights in City.
Oh God!
Every single Saturday night, and all just the repeat.
If I can get through an alternative club night without hearing Duality or Walk, I consider that a good day.
Yeah, or Pantera, or what some other classics of break stuff.
Yeah, but yeah. So I digress. So all of a sudden, Counting Worms comes on.
Okay. Yeah.
Bear in mind, if you're not familiar with Pit and Pendulum, it's not a club.
No, it's not.
There are tables and chairs everywhere.
And there is no space for any shenanigans.
Let me paint you a scene. There is a table in the middle of the room with some like balcony kind of shiz around it. There is two lads sat on this table with full drinks, yeah? And then there is a group of people stood up near that table. Not Loose starts. One of these guys that was stood up throws himself on the table.
What the fuck?
He did not know those people sat down. This man, through the power of Not Loose, wiped like 30 pounds drinks off the table. I just stood there and just saluted this man. There was a bit of an argument.
That was excellent.
So yeah, that's why I'm picking Not Loose, because it just makes you absolutely feral.
No, that's fair. That's fair enough. I reckon it can be good atmosphere. Are you using one of their songs, or are you getting them to write you a track? Bear in mind, you are like top WWE superstar at this point.
I mean, at that point, I'd be like, "Can you write me just a new mosh call?
A new mosh,
just a breakdown. I don't need a whole song.
Yeah.
Just a breakdown. If it's anything like Everything Is Quiet Now, we're good.
Okay, yeah. Because that is disgusting.
That is absolutely... Okay, what's yours then?
I don't know. You know what, actually? I've always liked the idea of like the new metal stuff, because it like the combination of like the metal and the hip hop and
and I mean like new metal has made a bit of a resurgence.
And it has like the bounce that you want. It's kind of like, it's a good crowd hype, new metal.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Limp Bizkit, undeniable. Mudvayne, undeniable.
Yeah, exactly. And like even down to bands like Hacktivist that are a bit different, a bit weird, but it's not who I'm going with. I would go with, and this may seem a little bit weird, but you know the new Alpha Wolf track?
Yeah.
Because of all like the weird noises and scratching and stuff. It's basically like really heavy new metal.
I mean,
it's either that or like, you know, like how in Amure's last album they picked up all of these like weird Korn influences.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it was sick though. Amur, bang.
So weirdly, one of them two, but to do like I'll be like, right, Alpha Wolf, do your version of like a Limp Bizkit tune.
Oh my god, what if Alpha Wolf just knocked out like a break stuff cover?
I mean, it would make people break stuff. It would make many people break stuff.
Oh my god, someone would go through the floor. I'm here for it. I'm very here for it. And what's your name?
I don't know.
You don't have one.
I don't.
No.
Yeah, we've struggled with this in various areas.
That is true.
Coming up with names for things, but we won't spoil that one.
Coming up with stage names is hard unless the group you're in doesn't matter and it's not serious at all. But if you're trying to be serious, you actually have to put some thought into it, so it gets difficult.
It does get difficult.
So yeah, cool sound.
Did you end up getting any anonymous messages?
I was going to save them for a bit. How long have we been going for now?
About 25 minutes.
25 minutes, sound right. I actually looked at my notes of stuff that I wanted us to talk about. One of them I'm saving for when Connor's on the podcast.
Okay.
Because it's something that happened when we were at school.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Nothing weird, you weirdos. It was like something really weird that I just remembered like a couple of months ago.
Fair enough.
And I was like, I can't believe that actually happened. So obviously I need Connor to back me up that it did actually happen.
If you've not realised by yet, we don't have a structure for this.
There is no structure.
We just went, shall we just tell people what's up and then keep going? And now we're here.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the power of the internet and bullying massive companies.
Bullying massive right, what you got?
So obviously everyone's seen the lineup for the newest edition of that When We Were Young festival.
Oh,
you know, the festival that booked everyone.
Oh yeah, it just went. What bands do you want? Yes.
Also, the fact that they put all the bands on basically at the same time is disgusting. Like, Download, absolute shambles, but at least there's gaps in between Metallica and Electric Callboy.
Yeah, it's absolute madness.
But so yeah, so obviously they've booked everyone.
Yep.
And not only that, they've booked bands doing iconic albums in full.
Yeah, Day to Remember are doing Homesick, aren't they?
Yeah, and also MCR are doing the Black Parade.
Yeah.
That is, goddamn, why are airplane tickets so expensive? And like fucking like Chiodos have reformed, which is very key to me. Excuse me. But yeah, so someone pointed out that when this lineup was announced, there was a bit of the gender of a lot of the artists, especially from that time, was very unbalanced. Like, it's a lot of male bands, like not even like any, like the very, very few bands, if any at all, that had any women in it or anyone else who identifies however they want.
Yep.
So obviously, a couple of people took them to task on Twitter. I'm not calling it X. Suck my dick, Elon.
No, it is still Twitter.
You dead name your own children. I'm going to dead name your website.
Yep.
And so obviously people had a bit of a kickoff going, well, there was loads of other bands around that time that had women in. So why have you somehow managed to magically ignore them? And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, additional bands are announced that all contained women. Which, on the one hand, is good, the fact that they've gone, all right, fuck, we need to actually book more bands to more representation and stuff. But also, on the other hand, you caved because you didn't think about it in the first place, you cowards.
True.
Like, whoever...
But what do you do in that situation? You either stand your ground
and get in trouble.
And still don't book any bands with women in it, or you cave early
and book bands with women in it.
Third option, just stealth release the lineup for these bands.
Or the correct option, just maybe do a bit of a sense check while you're doing your booking your lineups.
Possibly, yeah.
Because, you know, especially when you're like, if you're calling on from newer bands, obviously there's going to be very few and far between who is in these bands because they don't really exist. Yeah. But if you're pulling from older bands from a certain time frame to get specific anniversaries and stuff, those bands are very much still active. So just go and give them a call.
In that case, like, it's something like that. If I was booking a festival, like, the criteria would simply be book good bands.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
of course that should always be it. But it's more like when you kind of put yourself in a position where it's like, we're getting all these iconic bands from the mid 2000s, and then you miss out like a massive chunk, and then you're magically able to book those missing bands in 2 days, it's a little bit of an oopsie.
I mean, props to whoever's funding this festival to booking
It's live,
all of these bands.
It's Live Nation.
Right, okay.
Because the tickets are extortionate.
Yeah.
Because some of my mates went to, the new metal one they did.
I don't remember.
They did a new metal one earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Like, everyone played it. Like, Korn and, like, loads of bands that didn't.
Oh, yeah.
That looked pretty lit. Apart from it's, like, 1,000,000 degrees in Vegas.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
So, you know what? I'll pass on the sunstroke.
Because it's just... Yeah, because putting on a music festival in a desert is a great idea.
And also where, like, there's just nothing but gambling.
Yeah.
And... What is there? There is nothing else in Vegas, is there? There is literally just casinos.
So the big thing is the hotels, casinos.
Yeah.
But it is also like shows, residencies. So you go to see like Elton John. Like you get big artists with residencies that at these. Oh, but the Formula One was there as well.
Oh yeah, and they got that big massive globe now, aren't they? The big
Oh yeah, the stupid ridiculous globe that they were surprised that it lost money.
Yeah, because you make a giant globe that is just nothing but screens and LED that actually can't really make money, bar than being a really expensive venue. It was hemorrhaging money.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the first gig there was U2, but they didn't
Boo!
They haven't really. The problem is that nobody's really designed shows for it yet.
Also, like, no bands can book it because the booking, just to get into that massive, extortionately fucking thing, only artists like U2 can do it. Like, the only person I think who can do it next is Taylor Swift because she has more money than God.
Yeah, and she is the most popular artist on the planet.
Yeah, and for any Swifties listening, I absolutely adore Taylor Swift. Do not dox me. Please. You're all terrifying. I've seen what you can do on the internet. It's them and K-pop fans, man.
Yeah.
Just the awkward silence. I think you were trying to remember what K-pop was.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no. Do you hear about the Formula One there in Vegas?
What in particular? Like, I know the Formula One was there
So they did it as a street circuit.
in Vegas.
Like, yeah, so the cars went down the strip.
That is not great.
But Classic America, they what I think happened, and I'm not the biggest Formula One fan in the world, but I do like follow little bits that go on. Is that the strip is covered in manhole covers.
Well, yeah, it's a residential American street. There's gonna be manhole covers.
Well, the strips where all the hotels and the casinos are.
Well, yeah, but like, there's gonna be manhole covers because they
Yeah.
need to get into the
Oh
infrastructure.
yeah, no, like it's a working city at the end of the day. But so they went round like the week or the weekend before, sealing all of these manhole covers, welding them down, or like putting stuff over them to make it like fit for a race car to go over. These incredibly low carbon fiber race cars.
Well, yeah, because the science behind F1 cars is like actually terrifying with the sheer amount of drag and like force
Yeah.
on the
It's
tiny carbon fiber things where if it goes wrong you will
It's
die.
stupid, but yeah. So, but they somehow either fucked one up or missed one because lap 5 of the race. Bear in mind, most Formula One races go like 30, 40, 50 laps sometimes.
They are pretty long.
A Ferrari put itself in the manhole cover.
Oof.
And they had to stop the race.
That was like, what, $1 billion fuck up?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's not good.
It was, I think they had to drop out. And this is, this is another, I mean, I won't go into it because like it's motorsport and hopefully people listening to this, well, you might be into motorsport. Please don't shoot me. Is another instance of sport being taken somewhere that there's money,
Yeah, I mean,
like that's not fit for purpose.
it's the same as like when most sporting events or like massive events get taken to places which aren't fit for purpose, like with the last World Cup being in Qatar.
In Qatar again in a desert.
In a desert which is just made off of oil money, and Vegas is just it's just capitalism. It's just come to the casino, spend all your money, and it's a massive destination.
Yeah,
That's it. Why would
I've
you?
actually been to Vegas. It's not actually that big of a city. It's weird.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
You have like the main strip, and then that's basically it. Like, there's like obviously there's like the outskirts and the malls and everything like that. But compared to other big cities, it's probably a similar size to like like landmass, like probably a similar size to like Birmingham.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Having that as like an actual representation in my head that Vegas is as big as Birmingham.
I mean, I could be wrong, but it's not considered a giant city.
It's not like London.
No, it's probably smaller in area than London.
So like Birmingham, the smallest to possibly Manchester.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, somewhere between like because obviously everything in America is just scaled up.
Oh yeah.
So
isn't there like loads of suburbs and stuff on the outside of Vegas as well? It's like people just live in Vegas.
So there is loads of suburbs on the actual Vegas, but like if you're talking like city center and like things to do around the city, there's not really much going on.
That is like, that's genuinely messed with my head a bit.
Yeah.
Did you know that like during the late 30s and well not late the late 40s to early 50s and like into the 60s and stuff they used because obviously they used obviously Area 51s near Vegas.
Yeah, well, it's it is Nevada, which is the same state.
This is not going into aliens. Don't worry if you've listened previously or you know me as a person. This is actually scientifically factual. It's got nothing.
Area 51 is a real place.
Area 51 is a real place. Whether or not there's aliens in it is yet to be determined.
Yep.
But yeah, so obviously they were doing like the nuke tests and stuff in the desert near Vegas. So obviously because capitalism, there were restaurants that existed along the Vegas Strip and bars and stuff where they were selling tickets where you would go and sit in the bar and the restaurant and watch the nuke tests.
Watch the clouds go up in the sky.
I mean, don't get me wrong, that would be
pretty sick.
It would be
to
pretty
honest,
sick.
like-
Terrifying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's another fun thing about Vegas is the fact
They
it's like,
they didn't consider radiation poisoning back then.
I mean, no, they did. They did consider it like quite well, but it's more the fact that the distance between Vegas and the nuke tests was far enough that nothing went wrong, because otherwise they wouldn't be doing the tests.
They weren't, and they obviously weren't testing like full scale nuclear.
It was full scale nukes, man.
Was it?
Yeah, like it was full scale nukes. All the nuke tests were like full scale.
Oh, fair enough.
Because it's like some of the stuff that my granddad, when he was in the Navy, he was in Christmas Island.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's in the Pacific.
Yeah.
They were doing nuke tests there.
Yeah.
And it was literally just, right, you're here, the nuke test is over there. That's it. Like, it's just, we are going to drop a bomb and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because,
a lot of them were over the sea, to be fair.
yeah, which is obviously done really well for the ecology. Is Godzilla real? Stay tuned.
Yeah, turns out he's just an oversized kimono lizard that's just had radiation poisoning and is an actual...
I mean, anything's possible. The fact there's wildlife in Chernobyl.
Yeah.
So like is, you know, if you nuke stuff enough times, stuff's gonna get weird. You know, Eastern Europe, parts of America.
Or if nuclear power plants melt down
Yeah.
and blow up.
Yeah, exactly. So like it feels like we probably shouldn't just be letting off nukes willy-nilly, but laughing it. Man, that was one hell of a tangent.
It was, yeah. What were you on about? Oh, the one we...
Bro, we started talking about when we were young
festival.
festival and ended up on the nuclear test. Let's go. But yeah, so moving on to the next bit, because we'll probably come up to more tangents before we finish this off. If we can get this to an hour, we're blessed.
All right.
So yeah, there's this stupid app that I have on my phone called NGL that is...
Oh, the anonymous...
Yeah, it's an anonymous app. So basically, every now and again, I use it, and y'all are weird. That's all I got to say. So we figured that, given we have 0 lead time and 0 plan, I thought I'd just whack up and just be like, send us some messages.
Yeah, because this has not at all been done by other podcasts, and we are not at all stealing it.
Oh, everyone steals of everyone.
That's fine. Yeah, I've got some Reddit stories to read you, of which other podcasts do Reddit stories.
And soon we're going to have other things that we've stolen of other people.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, We're in a metalcore band.
Yeah. There is nothing original about being in the
There is
metalcore
nothing
band.
original at all. So we have got 6 messages.
Six messages. Fair
6. We got 6 whole
Was
messages.
this on yours or the Wolves account?
It was on mine.
Okay.
Because
you're more popular than our band.
for some reason, I wouldn't put it that way. For some unknown
You're
reason,
more hated than our band?
yeah, probably. Personal accounts somehow get more traction on social media because Facebook and Meta, who are the same, don't like businesses. They want you to pay them to get more reach.
Yeah, that's true. And anything that is considered sending you outside of their app, i.e. a link to go to this thing,
Or buy tickets, or watch a music video,
or do whatever
anything.
they don't like because they want to keep you on their content. But anyway, well, we're not here to dissect.
Well, I mean, if they
how
wanted
the
us to
meta
stay on the
algorithms
platform,
work.
maybe don't copyright strike my own music video. You fucking dickheads.
Anyway,
Right, message 1. I don't think this was from anyone sending it me. I think sometimes I'm pretty sure the app generates messages to make you think that people have messaged you.
well, what does it say anyway?
There's no way a person who knows me has sent me this message.
Okay.
Just a reminder that you're awesome in every way. No one's sent me that.
No, to be fair, that sounds like one of those like viral Instagram things that
Yeah.
just pop up and it just is just a message on screen. That
No,
says, "Keep
no,
going."
no one is that nice to me. Ever.
No. Anyway,
Moving on. God, that was a bit depressing, wasn't it? Next one. Have you ever cheated? You gotta be honest. Lol.
have you ever?
Cheated at what? Monopoly? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I cheated at Monopoly once. I kept hiding money from the bank.
I mean, I assume that they mean like in relationships and stuff.
Because that's all everyone.
Yeah, that's all anyone cares about. But considering,
days.
like, once again, this is a podcast of 2 dudes in a metalcore band.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, I'm going to control the narrative because I can do what I want. I'm going to choose not to talk about my personal life on the podcast unless it's hilarious. So, suck my dick.
Yeah, realistically, there's nothing hilarious about cheating.
Yeah, don't do it. I've been a piece of shit in the past, and I try not to be a piece of shit now. Don't be a piece of shit. Other than that, I'm not going to divulge too much of my personal life. Suck it. If you want to hear about the inner workings of how I work, listen to the next EP. Way sad metalcore.
Or at least read the lyrics breakdown.
Or at least read the lyrics and then have a breakdown.
Yeah.
Right, next one. God, we're off to such a bad start. Put your pots away before you start recording the pod. Oh my God. Right, so when I got back from work earlier, I sent a voice note into one of my group chats explaining like some shenanigans that went down at work earlier. But while I was doing it, I was putting stuff away in the kitchen. So there was like fucking just pots and shit rattling about. So yeah, I have put everything away, and we're in a different room. We're not recording this in the kitchen.
Well done. I thought that was going to be from Connor for a sec then.
Yeah, fuck off. What, Connor use Instagram?
No, I was more like even weirder would be Connor. That would be really passive aggressive from Connor.
That's far too passive aggressive. Okay, next one. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Go on.
Uwu Cheeseburger. Read that. Read that out.
It says Uwu Cheeseburger.
Uwu cheeseburger in a stupid anime voice. That's what that means.
Thanks for the translation.
You're welcome. I don't know whoever's been doing these. I will find you, and you're going for a table.
You've got a very selective set of skills.
I've also got money that's berry, 100%.
Okay, all right.
Imagine being on holiday in Disneyland and you're still taking time to send me shit.
No, that is...
Yeah, it's pretty on brand. I mean, I would.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, right. I was told people are crushing on you. I don't know what you want me to do with that information.
Who told who?
Yeah, who told who? And also, who are these people?
You know, if whoever put that, if you want to come back to us with another message or with more information, I'd be quite intrigued to find out.
Is this podcast about to become like a really terrible like blind dating episode?
We could do a blind dating episode.
Oh my god, that would be...
If any one of you listening is single and want to come into the podcast while me and Steve tried to do setups,
I'm not gonna have random people come round.
if we know you,
If we know you,
or if you know at least one of us, probably Steve,
you're barred.
then we'll get you in to do a dating show. How about that?
Also, can we just like really break apart this message?
Okay, go on.
We're all adults here, yeah.
Only in age.
Yeah. Why have I got people anonymously messaging me saying that people fancy me?
That is very 12-year-old.
That like, okay, obviously I am fit. People have eyes. Congratulations.
Okay.
But
that's very like MSN back at school, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, someone fancies it. Cool. I don't know what you want me to do with that information. Sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
But yeah, still, I kind of want to like if you're listening to this and send us that message, I don't care if you follow up on the anonymous link again. It'd be quite interesting to find out who. Like, we may not mention names, like to keep things private. We'll mention our mates because they probably won't care. But
this
if
is
it's
so
someone...
cringe. This is the cringiest thing we've ever done.
I know, but it's content.
It is unfortunately content. Like, let's move on. I'm already done with this.
Right.
Stop sending. If you fancy me, tell me, you coward. Or just in general, if you like someone, just fucking go and tell them. Don't be a dickhead. If it goes wrong, fuck it.
See, I don't have this problem because I don't leave the house.
But we're not in your house right now.
Yeah, we're still on the same street.
That is true. We are on the same street. Right. Last message. This better be good. It's got to make up for that because that was bad. When's Barry coming on the poddy?
When's Barry coming on the poddy?
Whenever. When he's back.
Barry?
Yeah, when Barry's back. When Barry's back.
If you're listening, we'll leave that one there. But
special guest features.
I'm down to get Barry on the pod.
I'm generally down just to have our mates in and just kind of like
screw it, whatever.
Because we did like a few guests.
We did
guests before.
How many guests did we realistically have?
Boss man.
Yeah, our manager.
Adam Clark
twice.
Adam Clark twice.
Adam Clark 3 times.
Adam Clark possibly 3 times.
I don't know. I'll have a look back through them.
And that's
Should
it.
we find out?
No. We're not fact checking ourselves. We are now going like full Joe Rogan. We're not going to fact check anymore. We're just going to like assume that whatever said is real.
That could be quite dangerous.
Cybertruck, bulletproof.
No, I believe that.
It's arrow proof.
Yeah.
Also, who's going to buy a Cybertruck?
Apparently, quite a few have been bought.
By idiots.
Yeah, mostly by, I assume Americans, because Americans love their trucks.
Yeah, but I've actually seen pictures of it. You can't even get like a bike in the flatbed.
No, but you can get the Tesla quad bike. I did see that.
Why do you need a Tesla quad bike?
Because it's a Tesla quad bike.
I hate everyone.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings to the end of the question segment. Do better.
Yeah, but keep sending us in. Can also send voice notes to the Wolves Instagram.
I will. Yeah, send voice notes. Do whatever. Go on to my personal or the Wolves one, and I will try and get a link set up because I found a website that does it. So it's like a voicemail.
Okay,
which will be a lot easier to like rip off to record.
Do whatever. Send us DMs. Like send us stories.
Pop off.
we're looking for content here.
I mean, we are going to look at maybe having like music on and different reviews and stuff. We're not. I'm trying to show how the format's going to work.
I guess just as and when something interesting comes out, we'll just say our piece and go, that was cool.
Yeah, so if any of you guys want us to check out your mate's bands or you're in a band or whatever.
As long as they're good.
Yeah, as long as you're good.
Yeah.
But we're not good.
Yeah, but we can still decide if something's good or not.
I mean, we are good. I mean, to be fair.
That's the whole metalcore crowd.
Yeah, but I am terrified of, like, honestly reviewing stuff. Do you remember when I did music reviews for, like, 2 months? And got in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So level with me, folks.
Did we tell this story on the podcast? No, I don't think we've told this story on the podcast.
If we have, I don't care. It was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, all right.
So level with me. 7 out of 10, yeah?
I'd say they're reasonable.
Reasonable score. 9. Apparently not.
Oh, was this the band that came back to you and explained why?
They went back to this lovely, lovely woman who gave me an opportunity to do reviews and stuff through her website. Shout out Terry, you absolute top lass. She basically told me that the band came back. I'm not going to name the band, but I remember who you are. Basically came back and went, well, we don't agree with this review. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, didn't they like give you like a they refuted like every point that you gave about it?
Yeah, but all I said was you weren't that interesting. You haven't broken any new ground.
Yeah.
I don't really, like, you were good, but there were bits that just weren't great. Like, I was just like, some of the lyrics were a bit cliched, and you're singing about America, but you're in a British band. Why?
Yeah,
There are things happening over here that you could sing about,
that's true.
but you choose to kind of start harping back to America invading Iraq. It was like 2019 at this point, bro.
Yeah, okay.
So, like,
yeah.
and we've only just left Afghanistan. That was really topical. Right. You've got another section.
Yeah, I went on Reddit this week.
What a joyful idea that was.
I know, I was going to try and play it a bit like, you remember the old Top Gear episodes where he goes, I went on the internet this week and I found this.
I don't remember that, no.
Apart from, I've just went on like, essentially Popular, which I know is like a anti-Reddit thing to do. You never go on Popular and you always sort by new because that's the thing on Reddit.
I always go on Popular when I'm at work just because I don't want people to see the stuff that I follow on Reddit in case they look at my phone.
Yeah, and
That says-
Reddit also has a search history.
That says more about me than it does other people.
Anyway,
It's 90% Warhammer memes, okay, guys? I don't go outside. I need to touch grass. Send help.
same. This is from. I just pulled it up just because of the title because it seems quite funny. It's from "Am I the Asshole?"
Right.
Which is a subreddit dedicated to people trying to get social justice from. Well,
Oh,
kind of.
yeah. It's just like,
It's-
I've done something.
I've
Am I
done
a bad
something,
person?
It's a bit controversial. Am I a bad person? They're looking for most of the time. They're looking for like acceptance from the audience,
From internet strangers.
from internet strange. Yeah, like clarity from interest. Essentially,
I
so
mean, to be fair, I've read a lot of things on Reddit and stuff where like people have gone, they've explained absolutely everything that they want to say to someone or whatever.
So
And then people just go, well, just go do that.
I'm gonna read through this, and we're gonna decide whether this person is an asshole or not, according to their own story.
All 6 listeners, put your votes in the comments below.
It's not live.
It
So
is now.
am I the asshole for saying that I will call social services
Why is this already going to be bad?
if my sister-in-law keeps leaving her child at my place?
What do you mean by like leaving?
Well, I guess we'll find out. That's the title. I 30F, because you always have to clarify your age and gender on Reddit.
Why should you clarify your gender?
I don't know, but
I
guess
feel
it
like
gives-
that's a
I guess
bit
it
of
gives
a-
context to the story. I'm not going to question it. So I 30F have a half brother Enzo in inverted brackets. Like it's also a thing on Reddit to like not give people's real names.
I mean,
'cause-
obviously, you should not give your information out to people on the internet
no,
at all.
that is a very good. I have a half brother Enzo, 40 40 male. We're not very close since we were both raised by our respective mothers, but he's always gone out of his way to help me with anything I've needed. Enzo married his wife Steph, 33F, 2 years ago. Steph has a daughter Alice, 4. Not the gender, but I
I'm
guess
already
assumed
bored
from-
of this. So we're going to assume that the 4-year-old gets dropped off at the writer's place.
Yeah, I believe that. So
Cool, that's fine. If we can like skim through a lot of this wank, because I don't care.
basically, they moved into the city when they live in. Steph developed a bit of a habit of showing up on my apartment building unannounced. It became a problem, and I talked to both her and Enzo about it, and she stopped until she gave birth. And then lower down it says, I reached my breaking point a couple of days ago when I returned from lunch to find Alice at home, having been dropped off since she had a half day at school. I apologized profusely to my housekeeper.
Housekeeper?
Yeah, who had spent.
How rich is this motherfucker?
I don't know.
Who's got a housekeeper?
Who had spent time playing babysitter and called Steph, no answer. I called her several times, and then Enzo, who was on a business trip and distraught over the situation. Steph eventually turned up a couple hours later, and I went ballistic. I said, if she ever leaves Alice at my building again, I will call social services, and then I'll call every single time she drops Alice off with me until they do something. Because this is not my job, and it's irresponsible and neglectful. And she is an irresponsible and a neglectful parent. She burst into tears and begged me to help out with Alice, but
I mean, I think you could just stop the story there. I think we've got enough to make a decision.
Basically, yeah. The sister-in-law keeps dumping.
So the
daughter,
the main lassie
this.
who's writing. Right, let me see if I was actually paying attention. The lassie who's writing the story has a half brother who has a missus and a kid.
Yeah,
he goes off on business trips, and then the missus basically goes, "I actually don't want to look after a child. I'm going to
It doesn't. Reading through, it doesn't actually say why this kid is left there all the time. Like, she could be working, but essentially, she just turns up and goes, "Look after my child."
I feel like if it's your kid, it's kind of your problem. That's just.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dick move to not ask.
Yeah, like I think like you can't just turn up and be like, surprise,
His child, and
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah,
so she's
yeah,
gone,
like-
I'm going to call social services because you keep just leaving your child.
Yeah, like that raises a lot of questions. Like if you are basically going, I do not take care of this kid, and I'm just gonna yeet it on somebody else, who apparently is rich enough to afford a housekeeper.
Yeah,
That's that. Like I don't know why I'm really focusing on that. I think I'm just genuinely surprised. The concept of having someone to clean your own house for you is a wild one.
I
It's
don't
Americans, isn't it? It's got to be Americans.
you've got to assume it's Americans because
90% of the world is America, obviously.
yeah, and she chose the pseudonym for her half brother to be Enzo. I mean, it might not be Americans actually. I'm just thinking
It's
Enzo.
got to be Americans. Terrible behavior on the internet. America.
The other names are Steph and Alice.
They're just names, bro.
Yeah, but it's like they seem like typical English. Like
We are
English
really
names.
hammering on none of this that matters.
Yeah, but that's the fun part. I think. So if you took the fact that she was your family out of it,
Yeah.
right? Like, then say some random woman came up and said,
No, I think in general, like,
"Hey man, look after my kid," you'd be like, bit of a dick move, right?
that is like a fear of just turn
Hey man, look after my kid.
just look after a child. Like, there you
Yeah.
go, it's yours now. No.
No.
I think the crux of it is basically it's not really your responsibility. Like, obviously, it's a bit naff that you basically threaten to ring social services. Which
Yeah,
is
but I don't think she's an asshole for
no. Like, obviously,
saying that.
like it's more like
She clearly looks after the kids,
yeah, but
whether she wants to or not.
you also just can't abandon it. Like whatever you got going on, just look after your kids, I guess.
Yeah.
This look after your kids. Sponsored by Wolves Don't Sleep. Don't be a dickhead.
Neither of us have kids. So
Neither of us
it's
have
a bit
kids.
of a. I just sort of read the title and thought it might be an
Like,
interesting.
this would be a fun one to do. Yeah, pretty clear cut.
Not an asshole. I'll find a different subreddit next. It'll be hopefully a different subreddit each time.
A difference. Oh my god, we've got a new question.
We've got a new question. Okay, all right.
This is gonna get really bad.
We'll finish on this question then if it's
Yeah,
good.
well, we'll finish and round up because this has been. If you somehow made it this far,
Yeah, well done.
let us know in the comments. Is there going to be a comment section? Don't know. Don't know how the internet works anymore. Final question.
DM us on Instagram. It sounds like by the look of your face,
This is
sounds like it's going to be a good one.
once again. I don't know what to do with it. Steve, you have all these beautiful women in your comments, etc. Most of them are my friends. I hope you realize that Most of the women that comment on my shit on social media, I am pals with. Can you just date one already so the girl I like will get over a crush? Oh my god, I remember this from ages ago. There's like lore. There is lore.
Seems like there's layers to it.
There is layers. Okay.
It also seems like there's someone that likes a woman that keeps commenting on your shit.
Also, it could just not be real.
It could just not be real, but I like to think it's real because that makes it more exciting.
I mean, this is definitely funny. Yeah, so basically, I did this a couple of weeks ago because I was bored.
Right.
And so I got like bare messages, and most of them were just like, I like a girl, but she likes you. And I'm like, I don't know what do you want me to do with this information? I don't know who this woman is. I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
And I am sorry. I'm sorry that the girl you like, for some unknown reason, thinks I'm cool.
All right. Well,
allegedly.
If you're listening to this, bro, just move on.
Yeah. First of all, bro, just move on.
Like,
second,
find a different girl that likes you and not someone else.
Yeah, and definitely doesn't like me. That is a red flag.
Yeah.
Because one, I'm a musician. Very loosely. The look that you just gave me. I am okay.
Hey, we're in I've said this before, maybe not on this podcast. We are a metalcore band. We just pretend we know what we're doing and hope nobody notices.
Okay, let me rephrase. I'm a vocalist. That is a red flag.
I'll give you that.
That is a red flag. But also, I don't know who any of you are, and I don't really know what you want me to do with that.
This is the fun part. So we can give like almost guilt-free advice on this one because we don't know who you are. But if you are listening, find someone that likes you and not Steve.
Yeah, and I'm also not just gonna once again, I'm not gonna talk about my personal life too much, but like, I'm doing my own thing, and if I get a missus at some point, right, sound.
Yeah,
I don't think that's going to fix your problem, though, man.
No. Take it from me. Just move on or don't.
Yeah, man.
I'm not really the one to be giving you advice.
I've been in that position where I fancied someone who's not into me. It sucks. Just go do something else.
Everyone's been there, but you just got to move on.
Are we a dating podcast now?
Maybe.
Are we a life advice podcast?
I don't know. If we become a life advice podcast, God help
Please get therapy.
Everybody that asks for life advice from us, but don't stop. It makes content.
If you are coming to us for life advice, please reconsider your choices. Anyway,
well, we can try. If somehow you manage to hit on a topic that, for whatever reason, one of us is reasonably adept at, then we can give advice on it.
I mean, to be real, I come across as a bit of a useless person, but I do actually know what I'm doing.
Okay,
it's all for the bit.
That's good.
I mean, we haven't died yet, have we?
No,
exactly. Right, sound. So, if you've somehow got this far and through this complete meltdown, I have been Steve.
I've been Alex.
What? You sound like you forgot what your name was.
I constantly do, mate. Nobody speaks it enough, and then I have to remind myself.
Right, we've been doing this for like an hour.
That note, it has been like an hour.
It's been like an hour. I need another beer.
And we'll try and keep it up more often than we previously did.
Every 2 weeks?
Every couple of weeks we'll try, but I don't want to give a time frame just yet.
We promise nothing, and we will deliver mid-content.
Yeah, basically.
Thank you for listening to the Wolves Don't Sleep podcast. You're all insane. See you soon.
We'll see you next time.
Why is there law?